I built my dream office in the woods 200 feet behind my house. It's 568 square feet, fully livable, even movable, and only took 4.5 months to build start to finish. And today, I'm gonna give you the full tour for the first time and tell you the story of exactly how I was able to build it. And to those who stick around to the end, I'm giving away the full set of construction blueprints so you can build your own. So without further ado, welcome to the Nook. Before we dive in, welcome to the channel. I'm Isaac, and I'm an artist and an entrepreneur living on a farm here in the heart of Texas with my wife Helen and our 2 little boys. I design and build nature retreats and spaces like this one. The seed for the Nook was planted when I was just a little boy. My grandpa Byron lived a few minutes down the road from us, and he had a farm, and on that farm there was a shed that he converted into his home office. He was a fine home builder here in Texas, and everything he did was always perfect, at least to me. And I remember as a kid spending hours under his desk playing with Connects toys and Legos, creating little structures and vehicles. He'd be above on the desk drafting construction plans, and it was just a magical experience. Being in that space taught me that where you work is just as important as what you work on. And the Nook was born from that lesson. Fast forward to a couple years ago, and I had just launched Live Oak Lake, which was this 7-cabin micro resort down the road. I'd also built a spec home, and for all these projects, I was working off of my iPad on the couch in our living room. And my wife Helen had just had our first baby boy. And though I loved working from home, it felt like for both of our sakes, it would be beneficial to have a dedicated workspace. The only problem was our backyard was an impenetrable jungle. Seriously, in 3 years of living at our house, I hadn't been able to venture more than 3 feet into this 3-acre thicket that was our backyard. The first thing I did was hire a skid steer operator with a cedar eater to go and just mow trails through this jungle of grapevines and brush. And then the biggest surprise was a few hundred feet back, there was this seasonal creek, and I kind of knew it was there based off the satellite images. I didn't realize how deep it was. It's about 20 feet deep and a couple hundred feet across. I remember it was July 4th weekend, and we were finally ready to put the shovel in the dirt and start building. On Monday morning, the foundation crew was on site, and by the end of that week, all the walls were up. Construction happened all summer long. We had craftsmen and tradespeople working together to speed up the timeline. One of the trickiest things was trying to order furniture that would fit in this small space while also aesthetically working. And we had to send 3 or 4 iterations of couches and chairs back because they just wouldn't work together. But by October, after 5 months of nonstop construction, furnishing, cleaning, we were finally ready to move in. Phew, it is hot out there. I want to give you a little tour inside. Let's take a look at the space. So this here is the main area of the Nook. This is my workspace. It also has a reading nook, a great spot for friends to come over, sit on the couch, and co-work alongside me. We wanted to layer in a kitchenette and a library with the workspace because part of the goal of the Nook was to be able to host friends and family who come and visit overnight. So we ended up using Fisher & Paykel appliances that are panel ready. So they blend in perfectly to the cabinetry. We have a full fridge with a lot of cold drinks and a freezer. But on the outside, you'd never really guess. It's all custom white oak carpentry casework that my friend Blake helped me with. And then we have a Fisher & Paykel speed oven. So this combines conventional oven with a microwave. So I can bake cookies. I could bake a turkey for Thanksgiving if I wanted to. Now, lighting is super important to curating a vibe. And so we have layered the lighting. We have a decorative pendant, it's Japanese, that ties into the exterior to give that Japanese feel. Then we have spotlighting for the desk. We've got lots of little warm globes throughout the space and some LED strips like back here in this casework to help illuminate the shelves. Sometimes though, I like it natural. If I'm on a call, it just feels great because you got so much natural light that travels through here. But this is on a dimmer so we can go all the way up or all the way down, depending on the time of day or what it is exactly that I wanna do or shoot inside of here. And then with the kitchenette, we have mainly just my coffee setup. I use an AeroPress, grind fresh beans every morning. We got lots of extra storage for snacks, and then a lot of books. So throughout the space, you'll find piles of books. I have a little bit of a problem of being addicted to buying great books, but not quite having all the time to fit reading them in. But I'm a big believer in having the books themselves. And then you'll find stacks next to my chair. Wherever it is that I'm spending time, I may just want to pick up a book and read for 5-10 minutes and get inspired for whatever else I'm doing. Another key purpose for the Nook was an art studio, and I oil paint and also sketch. So I decided to set up my sketching right here, and I've got this epic desk that planes in perfectly with the windowsill and just offers this incredible view right out into nature. So this sketch here, I actually just did a couple weeks ago it was now, while I was on a long phone call. And I just literally slipped into this chair and I ended up drawing this view right behind me. Sketching is almost therapeutic for me. I love always having some kind of a sketch going. I've got these great drawers built into the desk where I can keep all kinds of art supplies and office supplies in general. Literally every detail in this whole space has been thought through down to the littlest one. So the brand of staples that I have, of paper clips, the pens, the scissors, every bit of it was carefully curated for this space. So now let's look at the corner that counts the most here in the Nook. This is my computer workspace where I spend several hours a day on video calls, designing projects, answering emails, you name it. And I have this great blend of screens. So I've got 2 screens, I can do what I need to. And then the ultimate screen, which is this view out into nature. Now, one of my favorite features of this space is this radius. So it allows me to swivel around in my chair and go more into deep work mode when I need to, or more into rest and inspiration mode with literally just the simple swivel of a chair. Now, I've got a little trick up my sleeve when it comes to recording video. So I do a lot of podcasts, a lot of video calls, and I wanted a professional setup, but I didn't want all the clutter on my desk all the time. So these cupboards up here house a pro audio video setup. I've got lighting that extends out, a teleprompter if I want it. I've got this podcast mic which swivels out, a DSLR right here, and literally in less than 60 seconds, I can be set up and having a pro podcast type of video. And then in less than 60 seconds, I can put it all back away, feel totally decluttered, at peace, in the zone to do more of my deep work. Now I'm gonna show you the sleeping loft upstairs. I designed and we built this one-piece wooden handrail on the left side of the stairway with an LED strip underneath it to cast this beautiful glow on the adjacent limestone wall. And then as you go upstairs, it's about 5.5 feet floor to ceiling. So it's tight, you have to duck a little bit. But we were able to fit a king-size bed upstairs, so it's a posh sleeping quarters. And then very important to me, we cut in this window so that you could get your own little view right out into nature from your bedside. Before I show you the bathroom and the walk-in shower, I've got one more little secret room. Right now it's just storage, but someday my little boy Lucas, who's 2, will have his own office inside of mine. Actually, let me go grab Lucas, 1 second. And this is Lucas. Can you say hi? Hi. And Lucas has his own office here. But right now it's just extra storage. Lucas, is this gonna be your little space?
Yeah. This is my bed.
Oh yeah. And Lucas, maybe you and Dad can make another video when you turn this in to your office in a few years from now.
Yeah,
would that be fun?
Yeah, but there's my time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can you say bye?
Hi.
I'll be right back. It is brutal out there. It's the middle of Texas in the summer, and our AC temporarily went out because we had a lightning strike. So excuse my red-faced and sweat. It's warm in here and out there. Now, because the Nook is effectively our guest house, we have a full bathroom and walk-in shower. Let's check it out. We chose this pebble stone floor that is the same both in the shower and in the main bathroom area. So it's got a real continuous, naturalistic feel. Full window in the shower. You're looking out into 20 acres of pristine nature. And now the final stop on the tour inside, let's check out the art studio. So first things first, both Helen and I play piano, and so I got a nice keyboard so she can be playing while I'm painting, or sometimes vice versa. And then we have a skylight, 3 big windows to create inspiration while I'm painting and also to provide a ton of great natural light. I have a studio easel that will accommodate paintings from this big all the way up to several feet across. Honestly, I haven't painted in over a year, which is a travesty. This painting is half done, but I'll be making plenty more videos that show the artwork and some progress with it. I've got a sink and full vanity here so I can wash out brushes, lots of storage for extra paint, extra supplies if I'm gonna be painting in the field. And then finally, I have a closet here that is mostly storage, but I can keep more canvases in, as well as storage up above in this area for extra canvases. So that is the Nook inside. Now there's a few more details I want to show you outside. Let's check them out. Now let me show you the lights. We chose a dark bronze sconce fixture, one on each side of the door, a simple can over the door, and at night this is just beautiful how it illuminates the stone with this really soft glow. We've got the local Texas limestone, which bleeds into white oak, minimalist clean lines, Scandinavian, and then the burnt cedar Tsushigibon Japanese siding. So together, this just creates a one-of-a-kind aesthetic that honors the local terroir and also creates this really interesting juxtaposition of materials. I designed the Nook to be complemented with this cedar deck, which wraps around 2 sides and actually juts out over the edge of the creek. In the mornings, this is a great spot to come and just not think about anything else, sip coffee, pray, meditate. And this creek is seasonal. So right now we've had some rain recently and it's got a few feet of water in it. But there's always wildlife back here. You can hear tons of birds because of the water. Eventually I'm gonna have to build a railing along this because it's probably not super kid friendly and I've got little kids, but we haven't come there yet. The Nook didn't just give me an office. It's literally changed the way I work. I'm more inspired, more focused, and more creative because of the intentionality of this space. I spent over 100 hours collectively designing all the details for the Nook, and then I hired a professional draftsman to create a buildable set of construction blueprints. And I'm giving away 10 of those sets to 10 lucky people. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel, enter your email in the form below, and leave a comment on where you'd build your own Nook. Thank you so much for watching this tour of the Nook. I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next video.